Hello and welcome to our latest Photoshop tutorial. This time we're going to be concentrating on background extraction. We're going to be working with this image here, and we're going to try and extract the background, leaving the two subjects here, and then we're going to superimpose them onto a studio background, like so. Now it's quite easy to take away the background using the selection tools, combination of the eraser and the magic wand, but often we end up with results looking something like this, with quite jagged edges, and especially when we zoom in, especially around the areas of hair. So today we're going to show you a slightly more effective way of removing the background, and that is using the built-in extract tool. So if we just revert to our original image here, the first thing that we need to do, as normal, as usual, is to take a copy of our image. And I'm not going to take the whole image, I'm just going to take a head and shoulders of the two people here. So the first thing we do is we go into the extract menu, which is found under filter. Now this is the extract window. What we have to do here is to draw a line around the image that we want to keep, and then we fill it, and the area that's filled is the area that is kept, and Photoshop automatically deletes the background. Now the line that we draw around with this highlighter tool is the area of transition between the area that's kept and the area that is erased. The idea is to get this line as thin as possible, but it should cover both the subject and the background. I'll just show you here, right along the edge of the subject. Now the idea is to follow the subject all the way around. Now there's a button here, there's a selection here which is called Smart Highlighting. When this is selected and we use the highlighter tool, it will automatically detect the edges, and it will automatically choose its own brush size. There we go. It seems to be making a slightly better job of selecting the edge than I did. This is fine for straight edges. When it comes to areas such as the hair, then you might end up having to do it manually. So for the time being I'll use the automatic tool here, and then later I'll go and touch it up. Just take it all the way around. There we have it. Now I'll just zoom in here. Now on these parts where there is more area of transition, then I'll take my pen and I'll unclick the Smart Highlighting, and I'll just highlight all of the areas that need doing. Now, as I said before, the idea is not to get the brush size too large. And you might want to vary the brush size a little bit. I'll take it down at a couple of points here now. Do these bits here. What I have to do now is to fill this image, to tell Photoshop what parts of the image I'm keeping. So I'll fill inside the circle I've made. Now this blue area is the area that is kept, and the unselected area here is the area that will be deleted, with the green line being the area of transition between the background and the foreground. So let's go over and preview this. The preview, I can actually make it on, I can choose the colour of the background here. I can have it on black, grey or white, or any colour that I choose. I think I'll highlight this on grey because the the boy's got dark colours on and the woman's got white colours, so a grey background will probably be the best here. And I'll press the preview button, and there we go. Let's just zoom in on this to have a look how it's come out. Okay, there are a few artifacts here which I can clean up. Okay, the hair's come out quite nicely. Yeah, that's actually come out quite well. Right, there are a couple of tools we can use to clean up this image. Over here, there's the cleanup tool and the edge touch-up tool. The cleanup tool works like an eraser. We just zoom in here, select the cleanup tool. Now I'm going to change the background colour here because we can't actually see the tool on the grey background. I'm going to put a white background on. This is just for preview purposes. Select the cleanup tool, and we can see it just gets rid of all these little bits. Now you can use this tool in conjunction with the other one, which is the edge enhancement tool. The edge touch-up tool here. I go along and it just sharpens up the edges, which is quite useful, being as the other tool seems to make them a little bit blurred. So I'll just go around my image now, touching up the pieces, the bits that need to be cleaned up. So that's most of the image cleaned up there. So once we're happy with the preview, we just press OK, and then the background gets removed completely. So what we want to do now is we want to slot in a studio background, and here's I've got here the one that we prepared in the background tutorial. This one here. Now to bring this into our image, I'll click the Move tool, then simply click into the image, drag and drop. Now to size it up, I'll first of all make the image smaller so we can see what we're dealing with, and then still with the Move tool selected, it gets magnetically slotted into one corner there, and I'll click this Show Bounding Box button here. Now this will give me some handles on the side which I can resize it until it's just the right size. I'll unclick this, first of all I'll press enter to accept the resizing, and then I'll unclick the Show Bounding Box, and if we now go into our Layers palette, I'll move this background just below our extracted image, and so we have the two here. Now there's a slight size difference here, as you can see. We'll do some cropping on this. There we go, something like that. And there's our finished image. And as you can see, the hairline has actually been quite a success there. Okay, well that's the end of this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll be taking a look at some slightly more advanced techniques to enable us to blend our extracted image in with the background a lot better. Okay, thank you for watching, and until the next time.